right into position. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go on the way. It's been a while. I don't feel like jumping today. Let's go. All right, this is not working. This is so not working. So, in that case, let's do the bike. Cause I don't know what this is. I don't know why it is so hard for me. Yeah. Today I share my struggles. It is so hard for me to jump today. I don't know. Oh. So let's get on the bike. Hello. How are you? I try to jump, but it's not working. It's not working. So in that case, we're going to get on the bike. How are y'all doing? I feel like I've put on about 6 pounds in just 1 week. And I need to lose that. Hi, Funny. How are you? How you doing? Trying to do some workout here because I feel like I gained 6 pounds already. And you know what they say about exercise don't make you lose weight. It's all about oh, you're from Bangladesh. Hi. Welcome to my life. Uh-oh, no. I'm on camera. Zion, no one's come and showcase your... No. Ah. You guys just don't even want to know what just happened here. My son was trying to come out without being dressed. I'm like, no, we have to protect your privacy. What is you from? Where am I from? I'm here in the U.S. I'm here in the U.S. Imranu Islam Saim. How are you? Oh God, I'm so tired. I can ride to Toronto. Maybe I can. You don't know. You never know. You never know. I'm riding to Toronto right now. Let's go. Let's go. Toronto, here we come. Toronto, here we come. Toronto, here we come. And we are in Toronto. Yay. We are in Toronto. Yay. We are in Toronto. Oh, Saeem, I know, right? I'm just taking my time. You know, there are some days you just don't feel like doing anything. I'm in that phase today. Like, I try to use my jump rope and I just could not jump. Like, what is going on? Am I tired? Am I sleepy? I had about 4 hours of sleep. Hi, Jay. How you doing? And I feel tired. I feel weak. Bad knees. Who has bad knees? You? Oh, sorry, Jay. Sorry for having bad knees. I send it back to you, okay? I send back bad knees to you. How you doing? Hope you're doing okay. How's your day going? Today is my I don't want to get out of bed kind of day. I don't want to do anything kind of day. I just want to be left alone kind of day. I just Oh my God. How did he get out of your grip? Oh my goodness. That little boy called Zion, he's a piece of work. But we love him. We love him. We cannot imagine our lives without him. Temperature is getting cold. Just a little bit good and a little bit bad. But let's go. 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 Hey sis, how are you? How is the family? I am doing good. Doing fine. Trying to get my mind right for today. You know, I woke up. I've been awake since almost 1 o'clock, and I've just been lazing around. Where am I pedaling to? Your house? I'm pedaling to your house. Wherever your house is, that's where I'm coming. So, you think I don't know the address? I do know the address. You see me there in 30 minutes, knocking at the door. Open this door. Open this door. Let me in. Let me in. Really? Zion. Zion. I am. Watch and see. You're gonna see me right at the door. Knocking. Let me in. If you don't let me in, I'm gonna call the cops. If you don't let me in, I'm gonna tell the whole world about you. The whole world knows who I am. Well, yes, he's laughing. He's just having a ball. He's having a ball. How are your kids? You're done for the week. I know, Juliet, you cannot wait to cook all your delicacies this weekend. Well, I cannot wait to come watch you cook your delicacies. I'm going to be eating from the screen, though. Yeah. So as I was saying, today is my I don't want to do anything kind of day. Today is my don't stress me. You don't know what to make. Whew. I don't know if you saw my post. I said a woman's job is very hard because she starts thinking about dinner even before breakfast. Sometimes that's how I am. So what that's why sometimes I just go into the kitchen, open my pantry, open my freezer, and I'm like, okay, what do I have available? You just see me start putting up things together. So most times we eat as the spirit leads. And let me tell you one thing. I think I want to report my husband to you guys. And I'll be like, babe, what would you like to eat? And me asking him what he would like to eat is a way of me trying to get him to give me an idea of what we can cook or what we can make for the house. And he'll be like, anything. And I'm like, oh Lord, one day I'm going to write anything on the paper and serve it to everybody in the house. You know, since anything is what is on his mind, he will see me do that one day. And I'm like, why don't you just make my job very easy? Why don't you just say something? Or sometimes I'm like torn between I'm like, okay, I have two options. Do you want this or do you want that? And he'll be like, anything you serve. Like, dude, don't tell me anything you serve. I'm asking you because I need some inspiration. I need some clues, you know? But whew. Mm-mm-mm. Well, bless his heart. Bless his heart. At least he's a man that can eat anything I serve him. A woman's job is so hard. Of course, our job is so hard. Why should I switch my job with my husband? It doesn't work. How about you switch your job with your girlfriend or your wife, Jay? How about that? Let's see if you're not going to want to switch in the next 5 minutes. Because it's not easy. It's never easy. Never easy. Because not only are we not thinking about food, we're thinking about the kids, thinking about everything. Like there's this video that's circulating online about some women saying, oh, they had a bad day at work. And when they remember they don't have kids, that makes them happy. And I'm like, man. So we that are stuck with kids, after having a long shift or a terrible day at work, and as soon as we get into the car, we're remembering, oh, we have a husband, or we have a boyfriend, or we have kids, or we have even a dog, or whatever. And I'm like, dang, this life is hard. Very hard. Babe, could you turn on that air fryer, please? I think it went off. Hey, Raul. Who told you, Jay? We do. We always want to help children. Even though you don't... See, let me tell you. Even though it's not what we want, just make an attempt and say, I want this. Then we can then decide that, okay, you know what? That's not what I want. Let's do something else. I know. That's the same thing too. Like when I remember, because it's like, to me, some of these people, I don't know. You know, sometimes some people make it feel like, oh, having kids and a partner is one of the terrible decisions someone has ever made in their life. But at the same time, these are people that in their homes, like when they're all by themselves, they are just wishing that they have somebody to talk to, somebody to lean on, somebody to see them like for who they are, rather than someone seeing them from a distance, you know? And these people, I feel like they just try to, would I say shame people that have kids or shame people that have partners? I don't know. And I understand most people have been in terrible relationships that it's so hard for them to open up their minds or open up their hearts to somebody, you know? But at the same time though, like, we understand you guys are happy that you're all alone. We understand the fact that you guys have no kids to worry about. We understand that you guys can wake up and make decisions without asking for permission or without seeking the approval of somebody else, you know? But at the same time, how happy are you? I know for me, I've never seen myself as someone who would be like, you know how people make themselves look so good by saying, oh, I want to be, what do you call it, rich auntie, like coming up with the rich auntie vibes, going to see their sisters' kids, like their nephews and nieces, buying them things, spoiling them, and at the end of the day, leaving. See, the truth is, I have seen that happen. Like, I work in healthcare, so I see a lot of people who have nobody. Like, they never had kids, or they don't have partners, and you see them all lonely. And the next thing is you're depending on your nephew, on your niece, who, yes, you were spoiling them when they were babies, but Zion, you were spoiling them when they were babies, but at the same time, like, these nieces and nephews, they have their own life to live. You are just an auntie. Yes. You think, oh, because you were buying them all the good things when they were growing up, you were taking them places, taking them on vacation, buying them good stuff, taking them to the mall for them to pick up whatever they want, that is going to make them like act as if they're your kids. It doesn't work that way. And someone even asked me, like, why did I make a decision to have a child after 10 years? And I thought about it because during COVID, I walked in the hospital. I saw how some people, like, they have only one kid. And you could see all the stress on that one kid. Like, they have their own lives to live. And they're coming to take, to look at their parents. Like, and it's like, I don't know. That really touched me because I'm like, what if I was a child who is just an only child and my both parents are sick? Both parents are at the verge of, passing away, and I don't have anybody. I don't have any sibling to like call for both of us to comfort each other and all of that. Yes, I might have a partner, but my partner might not really see or might not really feel what I'm feeling, might not really be able to stand in as a sibling. So, like this one girl, it really broke my heart. I think that was a the decision I made. I was like, you know what? I know Zara has been an only child for a long time, but I have to have another one. Because even though, yes, they're years apart, but that way they have each other. They have each other to be able to like when when things get hard, when situations are unbearable, that they'll be able to console themselves and able to comfort each other. Jay, you say you have only one son. Do you have any intention of having any more kids, or you're done with one? And most people who have one, it's okay. It's not really a bad thing to just have one child or anything like that. I don't say that is bad because I had one kid for a very long time, and I stood by my, I stood my ground. I'm like, no, I'm just gonna have one, and that's it. That one is gonna grow up having everything that they desire, because at first my whole notion was like, if I have two, then that means I'm sharing whatever resources I have amongst two people. But if I end up just having one, the resources I'm supposed to use for two, I'm using it for one. So that way, that one person would get all the care, attention, the resources they need to grow. So that way they don't feel like, or I don't feel like I did not provide for them. But at the same time, I'm like, come to think of it, if you work hard enough, you can provide for two the same way you could provide for one. But where it gets tricky is if you decide, okay, the resources I have for one, I can split it into four, and I'm just going to be my regular self, do my normal thing, and at the end of the day, I'll just share those resources among the four kids. And that's where it gets tough, because these kids now will grow up and see you as someone who is just having these kids for your own personal gain. Oh, well, Jay, when you say she's all about work and money, but at the same time, does she is she present when it comes to family? You know how some people are family oriented, that even though they make money, even though they work and all of that, they're still present when it comes to their family. Like someone like me, I love money. Don't get me wrong. I love to work. Not really. Do I love to work? I will only work if there's money there. if, if there's money, I'll work. But if that work there's no okay, sis, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you. Don't worry, hopefully I'll catch you live tonight because I'll be at work. But back to what I was saying. I love money. If working is gonna bring me money, so why not? But at the same time, I am very family oriented. I do not take my family time as a joke. If I have to spend time with my family and lose some money, I don't mind doing that because I'm like, these kids, before you know it, they'll grow up and they will have their own life to live. Some of them might decide, oh, you know what? I don't want to go to college in the state where we're living. I want to go here. I want to go there. You know, but this is my time to spend time with them, to give them my time, to give them my all. I know fun. You cannot have fun basically every day. That is never done. Even stay-at-home mamas that stay with their kids 24 hours of the day. They usually want to have time for them, you know, and they don't spend the 24 hours with the kids. But at the end of the day, it's like, even though I know I'm not a stay-at-home mother, I make sure, which is why I got into the career path I chose, because I'm like, I want to be able to have time with my family, to spend time with my family. Because the truth is, I know some people that are on the same career path with me, that most of them basically work 6 days a week. They work in this hospital and go to another hospital to work, all because they want to gather all the money they can. And I'm like, I can do that. But at the same time, like, I'm doing all of this. When do I even have the time to spend the money? You know, I don't really have the time. So unless I say, okay, I have a big project I want to embark on, then that way, okay, I'll find myself saying, okay, how about I just add 2 extra shifts to my shift, so which is making it 5 days, you know. But my 3 days, I don't joke with that 3 days. Once I do that 3 days, the remaining 4 days out of the week, that's for me and my family. That's why most times when they call me from work, they're like, oh, we have this extra shift we want you to get. I'm like, mm, 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 mm. Oh, wow. Well, the thing is, Jay, you know, there are some people who are not like family oriented, and some people who do not really, like, they love kids, but they are not meant to, would I say, be there for the kids. I would, because I know of somebody, I've experienced it, like I've seen it firsthand. Like, they love kids, they love to have kids, but when it comes to caring for the kids, it's not in their nature. They're not meant, they're not built for it. But at the same time, if you have such a person as a partner, would you say because of that you're not going to have kids with them, or you're not going to have another child with them? Which is why it's a partnership. That's the way I see it. It's a partnership. It's just like when two people come together to become couples, at the end of the day, you have one who loves to clean, and you have the other one who doesn't even want to attempt to clean. Or you have one who loves to eat this, and the other person who doesn't love to eat meat. So how do you guys come into agreement? Because the truth about being in a relationship, you cannot get somebody who is 100% like you. It never happens. The only thing is, everyone has to adjust, you know. Yes, it takes two to tango, yes, but when it comes to relationship and human, you can never find somebody 100% as you. Like, I and my husband, we are working. I would say our relationship is working because not that we are 100% alike. We are kind of, would I say, 60 to 70% alike. Then the other 30%, we try to work. We try to work with each other. Like, my husband, he's somebody that he doesn't like to see the house messy. Like, he would, that man can clean from morning till night. But, and he loves everything and organized and everything like that. And I'm somebody, like, I am organized to a point, but not 100%. That's why I said we are kind of like 70% alike. So the remaining 30, he makes up for it. And the remaining 30 for him, which I feel like he doesn't possess, I make up for it. So to me, that's what I feel like that's why our relationship works. Because we tend to understand each other. We tend to understand like what works for our relationship, because we don't want a situation where we would be how do I put it, that we would start fighting over things that are not meaningful, things that some people will see and look over it. And because I've been in relationships before, and I know I know what I'm talking about. And I'm sure this is not your first relationship. I'm sure you've had several relationships, and you could tell the difference. But at the end of the day, you can never meet anybody 100% as you. That is just life. Even siblings, born from the same mother and father, never possess the same 100% trait as each other. So how do you think someone who is all the way, who is who is different, who is from a different family, a different gene to even start with, how do you expect that person to possess 100% trait as you? So it doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. You say your son needs help with school, just use a tutor and things that over. Well, I would say, let me put it to you in her defense. I would say this. From everything you've said right now, I just feel like she is more of a mother and not more of a mom. And I don't know if I'm putting it like, I don't know if I'm saying the right thing, but at the same time, I'm like, sometimes tutors work best, because in my own case, I try to be that mom who, oh, every day when you come back from school, I want to see your homework. I want us to work it together. But I saw how it was causing stress to my daughter. Like, she will be crying and I can't even say a word. Before I even say a word, she is bawling out, like crying. And I'm like, okay, this is not working out. This is not working out. Even when my husband tried to teach her the same thing. So we had no option than to get her a tutor. And I could see, like, with other people, with teachers and tutors, she is a perfect child. And I'm like, so what is so different about me? Like, I'm not supposed to be spending all this money on tutors trying to get you to help you with your homework or improve your grades. But at the same time, I don't want to be that mother that will cause stress. Because let me tell you, growing up, I grew up as one of those kids that your parents, they have a cane or slippers right in front of them to hit you if you don't get the answers correctly, you know? And I didn't like that. I never liked that growing up. And I'm like, and I promised myself, I told myself, I would not be that mother that will cause my child to be crying when they're doing homework. Because the truth is, kids do not learn by being hard on them. Most kids, they learn by having fun. Most kids, they learn by you being in touch with their mind at that time. So if it's getting a tutor, I know which is very much expensive, why not do that? So I feel like both of you need to really sit down and analyze your relationship. I know when you guys met the first time without kids involved, I'm sure there were so many sparks and everything. But now, like, that's why they say, so most people say kids, like parents, or most people say kids mess up everything. But I feel like you only let them mess things up if you want them to. Yeah. But Jay, let me ask you this. Does she feel the same way you feel? If she was here today, what do you think from your own perspective? What do you think she would say about you? That's another question you have to ask yourself. Like, if she's having discussions with her friends or her family, what would she say about you? And how long have you guys been in a relationship? Are you guys married or just dating? Woo! Look at that. I am almost 30 minutes into this bike. Woo! 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 I'm super excited. I'm waiting for your reply, Jay. because I told myself I was going to do 30 minutes on this bike. And I'm super excited because, ooh, I didn't feel like working out today. Like I said, today was one of those days I just wanted to just lay down and do nothing. But at the same time, I'm laying down and not doing anything, and sleep is not coming. So I'm like, something gotta give. You take on every role as a parent. Well, I will commend you for that. Good for you. And at the same time, I don't want to be that person to tell you, oh, you know what? Hang on to the relationship or do everything you can to make it work. Because I've seen so many people who try to, because I have an uncle who, the same thing you're going through, that's what he went through. And he was a believer that he would never divorce because it was actually his wife. He told himself that he would never divorce his wife because he never believes in divorce. So he made sure, like, they have 6 kids together. Imagine. I'm like, you guys had the first child, second child, and things were bad. And you kept on having more kids. Like, make it make sense. And this man was basically the one, like, cooking for everyone in the house, washing the kids' clothes. Like I said, I've seen it firsthand where it's like this woman is not really a mother. She's a mother. Like she gave birth to the kids, but she's not a mom. She doesn't even care the kids eat. She only worries about what she eats, what she wears, and all of that. So it's basically the man that takes care of everything in the house. And one day, like, because I grew up as a Christian, and I'm like, looking at it, you know how when you're from outside looking in and you're like, man, this man is really trying. He is really is such a good father, a good husband and everything. But I didn't ask myself, if I was in that man's shoe, like this is recently I started analyzing it. I was like, if I was in that man's shoe, would I still hold on to that relationship knowing that this woman is not really doing everything she's supposed to do? And guys, just a disclaimer here, I am not a relationship expert. No, I'm not. Do not take my advice. Do not take my advice. I'm just saying from what I think, from my own mind, my own, like from my own heart, what I would do if I was that man. I even told my dad one time, I was like, I don't know why this man is still trying to make this work, because this is no longer a relationship. This is a one-sided relationship. It's only one person that is benefiting from this relationship, and which is the woman. The man is the one putting all his all, like 100%, and not getting anything in return. And I know he's a good man. He takes care of his kids, provides for the family. But the woman on the other end, all she does is just think about herself. And I'm like, if I was a man in that shoes, if I was that man, deuces, I'll be like, bye. Because I cannot, and it's not like, because the thing is, even if he's saying he's staying for the kids, at some point, these kids will grow up and see all of this. And they'll even be sad at the man that, oh, you stayed for all of this. Are you a weak man or anything like that? But at the same time, I understand where he's coming from. He doesn't want to raise kids from a divorced home. Neither does he want kids to be raised and say, oh, you know what, my parents are separated and all of that. But I feel so bad for him. So Jay, you know where the shoes you know where the shoes hurt. You know what part of the shoes that hurt you. You're the one wearing it. I am not wearing that shoes. So I won't sit down here and start making excuses for her, because I don't know her. She doesn't know me, I guess. But at the same time, I would say do what is best for you and your son. Because the truth is, like you said, he is living on fast food and all of that. But at the same time, like, do you think if you decide to find somebody else or to be with somebody else, do you think that person is going to treat him? Do you think that person is going to treat him the way you treat him, to give him the love, the attention, and everything he needs? Because the truth about women is, most time, some women, they will want to come into your life, even though you have kids and all of that. But not all of them are willing to care for your own, you know? Not all of them are willing to give that love and attention that child needs, like that child deserves, even though, yes, they're not the biological mother or father. But at the same time, it's like, you've been doing awesome. Keep doing what you're doing. But at the same time, think about yourself. Think about your son. I know it's hard, it's difficult. Not everyone gets not everyone gets that fairy tale life, and which is very sad, and which is why sometimes I'm like, this life is just too hard. Like, it's really, really hard, because you have some people who, you find them, they dated their high school sweetheart, everything is going on smoothly, they have kids together, the family is running smoothly, like the kids grow up, go to college, both partners are together, grew old together, and all of that. And you have some people that they dated, date different people, just trying to meet the one. And at the end of the day, it's like, it doesn't work. It's not working. Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, he's 11. Okay. Yeah, at 11, he should be able to, like, fend for himself and all of that. Does he know how to prepare things right now? Or nobody was there to show him how to, like, prepare some food and all of that? Because sometimes it also boils down to the home. Because you see some boys that they are so independent. They make their own food. They clean their rooms and do all of that stuff. But it all boils down to how they were raised. And you see some kids that were also raised in a two-family home where the mother and father put in pour in so much time and effort on them, and at the end of the day they don't know how to do nothing because the parents were actually the ones doing everything for them. So just keep showing him love, keep pouring love, keep supporting him, show him the few things you can show him. And my prayer is that he grows up to be a young, independent, and perfect son ever. You know, that's my prayer for him. And my prayer for you is that one day you'll be happy again. That's my prayer for you. Yeah. But whoo, this is a good session. This is good. My knees are hurting right now. I feel like I'm getting so old. Old age is coming. Old age is coming. I'm getting old. I'm getting old. Dang. I'm trying to see. I'm getting old. But I feel good now. Now I can take a shower and see if I can take a nap. And today, unfortunately, I'm going to work. See, here you go again. Here you go again, trying to take all the praise, trying to take all the glory. You know what? I give it to you. All thanks to you. Thank you, Jay. All thanks to you. I'm working out. Thank you. You are the best. How about you say you're welcome? Woo! I feel good. I feel good. Da, 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 da. I knew that I would know. Let's see. This watch is crazy. All right, people. I will see you guys when I see you. It was an awesome time with y'all. Take good care of you. Wait, what version? Because I don't know what you're talking about. Now I'm confused. What version of me do you need? The version of me saying thank you? Oh, the version of me talking too much. See, I'm not really a big talker, okay? So me coming here, it's like me talking right now. I feel like I've poured out all the energy I have to praise you. Oh God, God help you. Only God will help you. Only God will help you. You know. But all right, no problem. You get more of this, okay? Take care. I will see y'all when I see you. I said it. I'm getting old. Let's talk in more praising. Okay. Don't worry, you get that. Alrighty. Bye bye. Bye bye.